Hi, good morning. Sunrise. Red light in the morning, shepherd warning. Red light in the night, shepherd delight. This is an English saying meaning about rain. Now, sunrise is very important to regulate our biological clocks. And where are these biological clocks? They are genes in every nucleus of our cells. And the receptors for the light is the the granular cells in the retina, which contain melanopsin pigment. It is changing with the photon of the light into electrical stimulation, which go through optic nerve, which is the nerve which carry the impulses to the brain, to the master clock, which is called suprachiasmatic clock, which are nerve cells in the hypothalamus. And this will be stimulated and send signal to the pituitary gland, which is the mother and the father of endocrine glands. Endocrine glands are the glands which secrete the hormones. And the hormones are the mean how our cells work. Okay, and then the sunlight, this is consisting of red light and near infrared light and a little blue light. The blue light is high energy and it is protected by extra red light and infrared light. So to protect our body from the danger of the blue light. The blue light is essential at this time of the day because it will work on the hypothalamus, which are cells in the brain, to secrete POMC. POMC is a pre-hormone protein. It consists of polypeptide. Poly mean many, peptide mean many amino acids. So the blue light will work on these cells, and these cells will cut part of the POMC, which stimulate ACTH. ACTH is adrenocorticotrophic hormone. Hormone, we know all hormone. Adreno is the adrenal gland, which is above the kidneys. There are small glands above each kidneys. Cortico is the cortex of the adrenal gland. Trophic mean nutrition, nutrients. So it is the hormone, which is nutrient. It is cortisol, which is secreted from the cortex of the adrenal gland. So ACTH will hit the pituitary gland, and the pituitary gland will send the ACTH to the adrenal gland to secrete cortisol. Cortisol in the morning is very important because it makes us awake to get up from our slumber, get up from our sleep, and to be active. And then after 1 hour or so, there will be UVA. And UVA will stimulate the mitochondria to produce nitric oxide, which increase the blood supply and the flow of the circulation. Also, it will inhibit cortisol. So each wavelength, it has function on the mitochondria and on the cells. Then in midday, there will be UVB, which is also very important because it works on the cholesterol in the skin to produce vitamin D. And vitamin D, it is sometimes called hormone, and it is very important for the immune system, and it is very important for the health of the lining of the gut. So also it will be cutting the POMC to produce alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone. And alpha melanocyte stimulating hormone will stimulate the melanocyte, which are cells in the brain, in the skin, everywhere in the cell to produce melanin pigment. Melanin pigment is very, very important, not only to protect us from the sun, but it has a quantum biological function. It helps to divide the water into oxygen and hydrogen and make it structured water, low deuterium water. What is deuterium? Is hydrogen isotopes, and it is found in nature. But inside our mitochondria, it is not healthy. So it depends where is this water and where is this deuterium. In the mitochondria, it doesn't work because the mitochondria wants water depleted, deuterium depleted water or zero deuterium, because it fits in the machinery of the mitochondria. And what are the machinery of the mitochondria? There are 5 protein complex. And these protein complex, they transfer electron and proton along the chain, along the inner membrane of the mitochondria to produce energy. And for example, complex 1, it will be affected by blue light and UV light to spin it and get the electron moving along the chain to produce ATP, which is the energy for the cell. But the mitochondria is much more than that. It is the regulator of the cell. It is sensor of our environment. It senses the light. It senses the food. And the food, we always say, it is barcode of photons because of photosynthesis. Photo mean photon, the light particles. And synthesis mean the plant make food, glucose and other food, and it is contain carbon, and it is barcode for the light. So when we eat the food, it give information, and it is barcode as a signal. So food is not only to taste. So we have to eat natural food, more close to nature, seasonal food and local food, because it gives the proper information to our mitochondria, and it tells the mitochondria where are we, in which space in the planet, and at what time. And this is very important in the circadian biology and the 24-hour cycle. So the food should be, we eat local, seasonal, and this is the right signal. If you put the right signal in a system, you will get the right output. But if you put wrong signals, then you will get chaos and bad output. And chaos in biology means diseases. You choose, either you expose yourself to the light at the proper time, at the right place, wherever you are in this planet, or you choose diseases and illness and all diseases, neurodegenerative diseases, metabolic diseases, cancer, obesity, and diabetes type 2. They are all dysfunction of the biological clocks in the cell to function. So we need to expose ourselves to the bright light in the daytime and to the darkness during the night, so that melatonin hormone will be secreted to help us to sleep and to repair the cells and the brain from the oxidative stress which happen during our activity and during our awakeness. So it is very important to follow nature and to follow the clock of nature, and this is how our bodies evolved. I hope this is clear and simple, and if not, comment and I will do it again. Thank you and goodbye.